Are you thinking about buying a home and you're asking yourself or wondering, do I really need a realtor? Let's face it and make it simple. In this market, you absolutely do. The two most important hires you will make when you go to buy a home will be a local buyer's representative for yourself, as well as a local lender. These are the two first people you should talk to when you start the process and creating your plan to buy a home. If you're new to this channel, my name is Mark Gladue. I'm a local real estate expert here in Madison, Wisconsin. And in today's video, I'm going to break down each and every step a buyer's agent takes for you in order to help you find the dream home and hopefully not miss out on one of the best pieces of your life. Let's start out with exactly what a buyer's agent does. They are working specifically for you and not the seller. Breaking down exactly what I can do for you as a trusted real estate partner and your buyer's agent. The first is finding the home. Now, finding the home may sound like a simple process, but sometimes it can be and sometimes it can't. Finding the right home means that you're either going to be getting automatic emails whenever a new listing comes up. You might find something that wasn't in your search on, say, Zillow, Redfin, Trulia, wherever it might be, or most important part here is that I may have a listing that hasn't even hit the market. Yes, sometimes I do have sellers who actually come to me and say, well, if you had a buyer for my property and I was able to get this amount of money, then I would certainly sell. So having private off-market listings and or coming soon and delayed, which you might have heard a lot about with Zillow and Compass and all these other major companies who are trying to define what a delayed listing is. Delayed listing means it simply hasn't been made public yet, and so you may or may not know about it. If you don't know about it, that's why I'm here. Then once we find the right home, we schedule showings. That's the fun part. Here's why it matters. So in this market, things are more often than not moving faster than ever. And so if you don't have someone who's actively searching for your homes, there is a chance that you could miss out on that perfect place. The inventory in Madison is still low. And while not every single home is still receiving multiple crazy offers, the fact is that inventory is still moving quickly. We have less than 2 months of inventory on the market. And so you need someone out there who is searching actively for you. So prices are also higher than they have ever been. It's important to have someone who has local knowledge so that you're not overpaying for something and that you're not at the very top end because you want to make sure that you're in a safe financial investment. Next, I help you analyze the pricing and the market trends. What does this mean? Well, it means that every single neighborhood in Madison, Wisconsin is going to be very different. Some sell for $250 a square foot. Some can sell for as high as $1,000 a square foot. If you're not analyzing the market and the pricing, then you're not working with the right partner. You want to make sure that all of the comps for those neighborhoods in which you're looking so that you can analyze the price of your new home. And then my job is to help you negotiate the best terms, the cleanest offer, the most competitive offer to help you get this house. Let's face it, in this market, offers just aren't simple. And if your trusted real estate partner doesn't understand what forgiveness of defects, escalation clause, appraisal gap, appraisal waiver, inspection waiver, what any of those mean, then you're not hiring the right person. If your trusted real estate partner also doesn't know the neighborhood and they can't tell you what they've seen trending over the last 6 months in that exact place, then you may not have the right person. You see, what I'm doing is not only building working relationships with other agents each and every day, which is important because let's say there's a newer agent there who hasn't worked with this listing agent, and that listing agent knows and trusts me, chances are you as my buyer have a better chance at getting that house than someone who, let's say, doesn't communicate well. All they do is text. They don't pick up the phone to talk about things. Yes, we still have to pick up the phone. And that is why you hire someone like myself who has not only experience, knowledge of every single community in the Madison area, but also knows how to negotiate these contracts because I deal with them every single day. Once you have an accepted offer, which by the way, congratulations, my job is to guide you through the process. This is where we go through all the contingencies. So if you have contingencies like financing, inspection, appraisal, I'm here to help you with all of that. I'm here to also suggest people that might be able to help you. Maybe I would recommend an inspector, a lender, an appraiser, whatever that might be. That is part of my job, is to help you through that process. And then we go to closing. One of the biggest misconceptions that we see when it comes to hiring a buyer's agent is, oh, it's fine, I'll save money, when the fact is actually the seller has hired a listing agent and they have agreed upon with that listing agent what the commission is going to be. So if you think you're saving money by skirting around a buyer's agent and going directly to a listing agent, you are oftentimes wrong. Another misconception that I get all of the time, and actually this is one of the biggest frustrations I have with my buyer clients, is that I'll just go on Zillow. I mean, Zillow's going to help me find the house. I'm just going to call an agent and then I'm going to see what happens there. Well, here's the problem with that strategy is, one, Zillow doesn't know the market. Two, Zillow doesn't have agents out in the market. Three, Zillow probably doesn't even know whether the house is inactive, pending, if it's got an offer on it. This is one of the things that frustrates my buyers to absolutely no end, because they might love the Zillow app, and who doesn't? I mean, kudos to Zillow for building this beautiful app. The problem is, though, that they don't actually update the status to the point where people know if it's on the market or off the market. Sure, if it goes into pending, then all of a sudden you might see a little red thing that says pending, but let's say that it's an offer show. Offer show just means that it has an accepted offer, but there are a lot of contingencies. Now, oftentimes sellers don't want to show it after they have a contract in hand, even though there are contingencies that need to be addressed. And that's up to each individual listing agent as to whether or not they put it into offer show or offer no show. But if they put it into offer show, chances are on all of those syndicated websites, you're still going to see that it's out there. The other thing that happens is with a lot of these syndicated platforms, Zillow, Homes.com, you have agents who are paying for a zip code. I know because I've done this before. And what that means is that you could be getting any random person in the Madison area who has paid for, say, 53703, which is downtown, or 53716, which is where I live in Monona. Once they paid for these, Zillow then puts contact an agent on there. And what's happening is you're getting some random agent who might have only been in the business for 6 months working for a team, has never written a contract, has never negotiated a contract, and who probably hasn't really even learned how to unlock a door yet. I know it sounds weird, but there are a lot of agents out there who don't even know how to unlock a door. So when you're looking for your buyer's agent, the misconception is Zillow is going to be the place you go in order to do everything, and simply not true. The other misconception is that you can get onto ChatGPT or Perplexity or any one of these AI platforms and that will help you negotiate an offer yourself. Now, I know that a lot of people are DIYers. They want to get out there, they want to be able to write the contracts, and the fact is you may not even have access to those contracts. So with AI, what I would say is this: AI is beautiful if you want to take a side-by-side comparison of what a kitchen looks like. So let's say you walk into a kitchen with white cabinets, but you want them to be dark gray. Great. I will put that into ChatGPT. I will put in the prompt, could you change this picture to show dark gray cabinets instead of white cabinets? What I would not suggest is going into ChatGPT and saying, what's the Madison market like? I'm looking to buy a home around $500,000. Because it doesn't have any of the actual information that we have at our fingertips to help you find this house. So again, AI is good for some things, like if you want to change the look of a home, the interior of a home, or maybe you're just trying to find out exactly what the new trends are for interior design and landscaping. But if you're looking to negotiate an offer, AI is not the place to start. Buying a home is an emotional experience. I get it. What I bring is a clear head and the ability to say to you that you don't want to overpay, you don't want to compromise on the things that are important to you, and to get the best deal possible when purchasing your home. If you are looking to buy a home in the Madison, Dane County, or surrounding area, don't go it alone. My contact information is below, and what I'd love to do is help you make a plan. What are you planning to do? Is it happening in the next 30 days? Is it happening in the next 9 months? It does not matter. We can create a plan and tailor it to suit your needs. That way I can also get you set up on a home search online through our Paragon MLS service. And we start your home search the smart way. We talk about what the market is right now because just like the stock market, it's ever changing. So we don't know from day 1 to day 30 of your search if the market goes up, down, if it stays the same, if it gets really hot, or if all of a sudden homes are starting to sit a little bit longer. The people who know that are your trusted real estate partners. That would be me, a buyer's agent. In my personal opinion, hiring a buyer's agent is not optional. It's an advantage to you as a buyer. If you like this video, please be sure to hit the little bell to subscribe, like, follow. We're also on Instagram at Glad You Stopped By. We're also on Facebook at Glad You Stopped By. These are all wonderful places to get even more information if you're looking to buy a home. And as always, thanks so much. Glad you stopped by.